Hello my darlings, welcome. I am C and this is CJ DIY. Today I got super mega video for you and I select some of my best pieces that I made last year for spring and Easter. Thrifted bench, I'm using stone Rust-Oleum spray paint, and after I spray painted, that's how it looks. I really love this beautiful color on it. Now to decorate it, we're gonna make some DIYs for it. I'm using these cans, different shapes and sizes, and I'm gonna be painting them with the neutral colors, soft pink, soft yellow, blue, stone color, all of them flat paints. When all the cans are nice and dry, we're gonna add some beautiful spring Easter prints. I'm gonna decoupage them with a Mod Podge, and I'm going over with a roller, make sure they're nice and smooth. And to seal them, I'm also adding a Mod Podge on top of the prints as well. I got those prints from Amazon, or you can always use some napkins to decoupage them. The sky is the limit. You can always be creative and create beautiful Easter spring decor. And I really love those beautiful neutral colors, and it matched perfect with my cutouts. I have also added a lace ribbon on the edges of my cans, and I sealed the whole side of the cans with a Mod Podge as well. And look how beautiful they look on top of my bench. Beautiful spring Easter decor. I'm using this fence from Dollar Tree and I'm painting it with a soft pink paint. When it's all nice and dry, I got this tent from Thrift store. I'm gonna add this fence, and also I'm gonna decorate it for spring and Easter, adding some of those cans that we made or some of the planters with greeneries. I have those bunnies cutouts from Dollar Tree, and I'm gonna be decoupaging them. I'm using some of the doilies that I got and adding with the Mod Podge. After I cut them out, I'm gonna cover the bunny cutouts just like so. Super cute and beautiful decorative piece. I'm using a lighter for the edges to cut off the extra pieces, and now I'm using a mini pom-poms as a tails, and they already look beautiful. Two of those bunnies cutouts, also I'm gonna paint them out with a soft pink paint, and I'm gonna be making some mini simple bows to add on our bunnies, and those bunnies gonna look super cute on the house sign that I have. And with those clips, I added two of them on each row, creating a pattern with a doily and a soft pink, and also adding some of the Dollar Tree sign, gluing it on top, and we created a beautiful Easter spring decor. Another cute sign, I'm using the same doilies that I use for my bunnies and adding a Mod Podge in this egg-shaped sign from Dollar Tree. I'm gonna decoupage it on top, and on the bottom part, when I don't have enough, I cut off extra pieces from that doily. It's not gonna be noticeable, and I cut it off. And also adding one of those bunnies that I got from Dollar Tree from the garlands that they're selling, adding it on top of the sign, and this sign look already so beautiful, shabby chic. Adding a lace long bow, just a simple bow for extra shabby chic look, and this sign is done. more quick and easy decorations, I'm using this Dollar Tree sign. I like how it looks for extra embellishment and to give it more high end. I'm creating a simple bow with this lace burlap ribbon, adding it on top of it, and this sign, it's already nice and ready to be decorated in our home. For the next sign, I'm using one of those Dollar Tree signs. All I'm gonna do is I'm gonna remove the edges around, and I'm gonna remove the print in the middle so I can cover it with the material. So it's super simple and easy. I'm just removing the frame. So I want to put the frame back when I remove that paper and add extra material on it. I'm going to add this pink fabric that I also got from Dollar Tree. I'm cutting just enough that I need. And after that, I'm gonna just use my staple gun around the edges so it's all nice and smooth. And we're gonna create a very high-end sign. I got this egg cut out as well. I'm adding a black paint on it, let it dry, and also my frames borders, I'm also painting them black. And now when they're all nice and dry, I'm putting them all together on my sign. For extra embellishment and shabby chic look, I created a simple two-loop bow, and now I'm just cutting off the edges, and that's it with this DIY. I love this. In the middle, I also added a totally dazzled jewel, and that's it. And so far, this is what we got. Look how beautiful high-end it looks. All those bunny signs that you see, I also made them throughout the years, decoupaged them. If you like full tutorials, you can always find my playlist in my channel. I made so many DIYs throughout the years, and I think they're all still looking very, very beautiful. I'm using this floral vintage thrifted item. I removed the metal flowers out of it so we can add some faux greeneries in this planter. I'm distressing the frame with a Sage Folk Art Home Decor paint, and I'm just lightly airbrushing it around just to get the extra vintage. I mean, it's already looking vintage, but I wanted to give that extra look with a different paint on it. After I got the look that I like, I'm gonna be adding 2 of those Dollar Tree branches with the lavender and these beautiful greeneries on top, and I'm gonna just staple gun them on the back of that planter. And I think this is such a cute makeover for spring, and for only a couple of dollars it looks super high-end. In this video, I think I covered every possible decorations, style, colors for Easter and spring, and I think I am giving you a lots of inspirations for you to create or to recreate, or even go to thrift store and find some beautiful pieces. I have also thrifted this stand from thrift store for a couple of cents, and I'm gonna be adding some colors on it, some sage, going over, heavy distressing them and bringing a new life to this stand. And I'm also gonna add some golden metallic paint, just a little bit, so we can get that beautiful texture to come out to detail from this vintage stand. Today I am showing you the quickest and easiest way how to refresh something old, bring it new to life, trash to treasure. I'm also making the quickest DIYs, and with just a little work you're gonna have a very high-end look home decor for less. I also thrifted these vintage doors for a couple of dollars. I'm gonna bring them a new life with adding this sage paint and covering the whole doors with it. After they're all nice and dry, I'm gonna be sanding them out around the edges to get that vintage look. And after I sand them out, I'm also adding a metallic finish just a little bit around, just to get a vintage look on them. And in the middle, I'm gonna be adding those wooden cutouts. You can find those cutouts at Hobby Lobby just for a couple of cents, and adding these floral cutouts. Those floral cutouts are from Dollar Tree. And here is an idea how with the thrifted items you can create and decorate your vignette for spring and Easter. I'm creating a super quick, easy spring sign in this round wooden cutout sign, and I'm gonna be adding this plaid stencil. I'm adding the butterfly, and I'm gonna be using a lavender folk art, and I'm also gonna add one of those never hide your wings words, and I decided to put it on the top, and I'm just using a brush, just dabbing around my stencil until it's all fully covered. And for the words, I'm gonna be using a black paint with the brush, and after that I'm just gonna remove the stencil, and love how it came out. For the edges, I'm gonna be adding this ribbon that I got in my crafting stash. You can find ribbons like this at Hobby Lobby. Always they have some of those in clearance. I bought this one very cheap. So with the glue, I'm going around until my whole round sign is covered with it. I'm also with this polka dot burlap. I created 4-loop bow that I'm gonna be adding on top of my sign, and I'm gonna be gluing that, and I think it matched perfect with the other ribbon frame. Also, I'm going to add those butterfly stickers, 3D stickers that I got from Dollar Tree, and I created such a beautiful spring sign. You gotta let me know, what do you think? I found this wooden box at Michael's for $5. I could have made that, but it was going to cost me more than that. And I'm also adding those plaid stencils as well. I'm adding the birdie and some of those embellishment that they're coming with it. And we're gonna use a white paint to cover them. And I think we're gonna create such a beautiful centerpiece for spring. I got those stencils for $5 at Michael's. They were on clearance. You can always find stencils like this, or Hobby Lobby, and they're so easy to be used just with a sponge, and you're not gonna have any color blade on it. I have added some florals and some greeneries, and it's ready for spring. Another wooden sign. I got this sign on clearance from Michael's, and also adding these plaid stencils. I really love those floral cutouts on the edges, so I'm gonna be adding this welcome to our beautiful kiosk. I wanna position the letters and see where they're gonna look the best before I apply the paint on them. I am adding a black chalk paint with a brush, going all over the letters. I'm using antique wax for the floral and the leaves cutouts, and going around the edges with it. I really love all that details with these floral and leaves cutouts. It brings this sign such a high end, and I bought this sign for only just a couple of dollars. It was on clearance. I'm also adding these ribbon transfers from Dollar Tree, and I'm gonna be adding them on top of the sign and on the bottom just to fill it out and make it Looks very beautiful, spring, nice sign. I really love those ribbon transfer stickers from Dollar Tree, and they're super easy to be applied on, just with a scraper going around until it's all fully transferred on the wood piece. I'm following the pattern and adding an extra line for those stickers to match, like we added a one piece together at once, so it's not gonna be noticeable. I did the same thing on the bottom and also around the cutouts, just to match with my sign. I have also added these two paired stickers, 3D stickers, and that's it for that sign. And look how beautiful they all came out together. Another beautiful vignette idea with these beautiful neutral colors. I love them, and the butterflies and the birds is just a perfect decorative piece. I'm bringing to new life again from trash to treasure. I got this stand from thrift store, and until I brought it home, I broke it, but I repaired it. I added some glue, put it all together, and when it's all nice and dry, I added a French linen to cover it all and bring a new spring look to it. I'm gonna apply 2 or 3 good coats of this French linen folk art paint. I really love this color. And now when it's all nice and dry, I'm applying antique wax just to bring all that beautiful crevices on detail, going with the wipe around and bring that vintage beautiful look. Another thrift find, this old basket. I'm bringing it back to life, adding this new skyline folk art paint, and I'm just creating a pattern. I'm leaving a line with the wooden weeds and just adding lines with this skyline paint with the brush and creating a beautiful spring decor. Now when it's all nice and dry, I clean up the greeneries that they came with it and I put them back, and that's it for this thrift flip. Another thrifted item, I'm using these wall scones and adding a couple of coats of this French linen paint, going over until the whole cover. And now to bring that crevices to details, we're also gonna be adding antique wax when it's all nice and dry. And here is another vignette mental look for spring or Easter. Now we are going with the different colors. I'm using an ink paint with this basket. I cover it all and I'm adding one of those IOD transfers with a scraper on the edges. I'm adding this beautiful vintage duck print, and on the other side I'm gonna be adding a different transfer from IOD as well. For those of you who like those IOD transfers and like to purchase them, I'm gonna put the link on. I got mine from My Victorian Heart. To seal my basket, I'm adding a white wax around, and then I'm gonna wipe it off with a towel, and that's it for this simple but beautiful vintage DIY. I'm gonna be adding some floral inside of my basket, and just a perfect decorative piece for Easter and spring. I'm using this Dollar Tree book stack. I painted with a white chalk paint, cover it out with the 3 coats, and I'm gonna be using this stencil from A Makers, and I'm also adding a ink paint until the whole stencil is covered, and that's gonna be the cover of my book stack. Look at all those little details. Also, I'm gonna be adding this mini garland, beaded garland. I also distressed it with the ink paint, and look how cute it looks. I also added one of those 3D stickers from Dollar Tree, and that's it. For the next DIY, I'm gonna be using those IOD stamps. I never used them before and I love them. All I did is with a roller going around with this ink paint, and I'm gonna be applying them on this large canvas that I have until it's all fully covered with these newspaper stamps. Doesn't need to be perfect because we're gonna cover the stamps. We're just gonna need a couple of the edges, so I'm just going layer by layer. All I need is this canvas to be covered with letters and words from the newspaper. Now that I got the whole canvas covered, I'm gonna be adding these vintage signs from Dollar Tree. I'm gonna be gluing them next to each other. Before I'm gonna glue them, I also added extra stamps. Make sure my whole canvas is covered with words and letters. And now I glue my signs. I also added those chains, also from Dollar Tree, for extra embellishment and also to cover the holes from those signs. And that's it for this DIY. Super cute but very high-end look for Easter and spring. Another thrifted item, I got this bunny just for a couple of dollars. All I'm doing is first I'm applying a Mod Podge so I can paint it over. I paint it over with the ink paint, and when it's all nice and dry, I'm adding a white wax, covering it all, and after that I'm just gonna clean it off with a towel, and that's it. And it looks super cute and matching with the theme scheme that I made. Another vintage sign, I'm using this egg-shaped sign from Dollar Tree. I'm using this decoupage tissue that I got in my stash, and I'm applying it with the Mod Podge slowly until it's all nice and smooth. Previously, I added a water on this tissue so it can be nice and smooth. And as you can see, I'm just going over until it's all nice and smooth. It was so easy working with this decoupage sheet. And I really love this bunny, how it looks and give that vintage vibe for Easter. After I seal it with a Mod Podge and let it dry, I created super simple bow with this brown ribbon, and I added around his neck, and I think this beautiful bunny is so handsome around the edges. Also, I'm applying antique wax to bring that vintage look to it, and that's it for this DIY. Beside those two egg signs from Dollar Tree, look super high-end, and no one knows that we got those signs from Dollar Tree. I love how this vignette look with these greeneries and eggs around. Just a perfect decorative piece. I'm using this wooden piece that I got from Home Depot. I got it for free. And now after I remove those bolts, I'm gonna be adding those wooden finials on each corner of this wooden piece. And we're gonna create a nice tray. To make it sturdy, I'm adding a wood glue and let it stand for a little bit. To speed up the process, I also added a Gorilla Glue on the edges. To make it more smoother, I just sand out the sides just a little bit, and now I'm gonna be adding two metal handles on each side. After I see where they're gonna be at, right in the middle, I'm just using my gun, and with the bolts I added my handles, and we created a beautiful tray. Those handles are from Hobby Lobby. They always go on clearance, so just for $1 or $2 you can buy such a beautiful handles and use them in any kind of projects that you're doing. Now when that part is done, I'm gonna just deep dry brush it with a white chalk paint or ivory chalk paint. Just going over, covering the sides as well. And after I sand it out to see that wooden color peeking through this tray and wiping it off, I'm gonna be adding one of those stencils. I added adhesive spray before I add the stencil on so I don't have a bleed through. And now with the mocha chalk paint, I believe, I'm going over with the sponge, and we created a beautiful French look. For this project, I'm gonna be using 3 wall stands from Dollar Tree. I'm just measuring 3 holes on each side. So as you watching me, looking through them and measuring, I'm gonna be creating a tray or a stand. So after I measured them, I'm just gonna drill the holes, and we're gonna connect them with the dowels. I'm gonna be adding these wooden skewers that I got from Walmart, and in each hole I just want to see how it's gonna look to connect them all together. And with the help of a wood glue, I'm gonna glue them all together. Actually, I used only 2 of those wooden stands, not 3. So we just created a nice square tray. And as I said, adding that wood glue and just a little bit of hot glue to make that speed up process with the gluing. I repeat the same step on top of those skewers, and we're gonna add that wooden stand on top of it as well. And also on top of those holes, I'm adding a glue to make it more sturdy as well, and let it stand for a little bit. On top of it, I added 2 lines of faux leather, and I added 3 push pins, and that's it. This tray is ready to be set and decorated. I'm using these weaving reeds that I got from Amazon, and I use them for a lot of projects. I'm using 2 wooden frames, and we're gonna create a beautiful window frames that we can decorate for spring and Easter. So I'm just making a patterns, and with a staple gun I'm gonna be adding those weaving reeds like a crisscross, and I'm gonna be making a pattern. Those reeds are so easy to work on. You just use the scissors to cut them off, and you can just go through them and make any kind of designs as you like. And let me know, what do you think? I'm really loving them. You can leave them simple like that, or just add some greeneries or some floral throughout the season and be like an everyday decor, not just for spring or Easter. And look how beautiful it look. This is such a cute idea for vignette, for a beautiful nice spring and Easter, and I really love how they all came out. Now we're moving into different colors. I told you this video is full of colors, and any design that you like and style, it's in this video. I'm using 4 planks for one sign and another 4 set of planks for another sign. So basically I'm just creating a wall signs, and I'm gonna be connecting them with these popsicle sticks on the back of them, and we're gonna add a staple gun and creating a nice wooden sturdy sign. And as I mentioned, to make them more nice and sturdy, I'm also going to be adding a staple gun on each side of those popsicle stick. And I'm going to be doing the same thing on the second sign as well. Now that I got the wooden signs ready, I'm going to be using one of these IOD inlay sheets, and also I'm going to be adding some moss and some sage paint on my signs before I add those inlay transfers. So I'm going to mix both colors together, and I'm going to layer them on each wooden plank. To make those inlays transfers work, all I suggest is to give a good amount of paint, not just a little bit, but I would say a nice amount of paint, and then layer those inlays on top and just wait for a couple of hours, and they're gonna come out so smoothly and nice, you're gonna see. So first I added the hunter green, and now I'm adding the moss green on top and mixing all together because I want those colors to popping up with those inlays birds that we gonna add. And as I said, now when I put a good amount of paint, I'm adding those layer sheets, inlay sheets, and I'm gonna smooth them in, make sure they're all nicely smoothened on the wooden pieces. I even use my decoupage roller going over and make sure they're all nice and smooth. To follow the process, I'm adding a second layer of sheet after that top one and connect them all together, because those inlay sheets are coming as, even if they're all cut out on pieces, you can put them and look like a one piece. So as you can see, I'm adding the pattern to match with the top pattern with the birdies and the roses. I'm using the roller, and now after a few hours with a wet towel, I'm going all over the sheets and I'm just removing them. And look at this beautiful transfer. I already love how it all came out. You can use different colors as you like. This time I wanted to choose the green one background, but you can use white one, any colors that you like, and it's gonna work just perfect. Those inlays are not just for a wooden pieces. You can add them even on your walls and it's gonna work perfect. Now that I removed the inlay sheets, I'm gonna be adding this metal vintage stand, and I left them as they are. I thrifted those for a few dollars, and we're gonna create a beautiful wall scones. I really love the combination with these candle holders, and the background I think is such a beautiful, unique piece. To make this handle stand in my sign, I just added a bolt on top, and that's it. I did the same thing for the second wall scones, and look at these beautiful pieces, how they came out. I am in love with them. Another thrifted item, this beautiful basket. I didn't like the colors. Originally was from Z Gallery, and I only pay a few dollars from a thrift store. And after I clean it well, I'm gonna be adding some paint around it. I'm adding a white paint and heavy distress in it until it's all fully covered and bring the new look to this beautiful basket. Inside I added some shopping bags and I added some greeneries with the flowers, and this is such a beautiful decorative piece for spring or Easter. For the next creations, I'm going to be using those two birdies that I got from Dollar Tree after I used the sander so the paint can catch. I'm using a white chalk paint and covering them both with that paint. Now when they're all nice and dry, with the black paint, I'm going over, heavy distressing and having all those crevices around these birdies, and I think those birdies look so perfect. Thrifted basket, metal basket. I'm just cleaning it well, and I'm gonna bring a new fresh look to it. I painted with a white paint, going heavy distressing and covering it all and I'm covering the birdies that they're on the side of it as the handles, and on the bottom as well, because it was so old, worn out, and now we're with the paint we're bringing it back to life. And now when it's all nice and dry, I'm painting the edges with the black paint, and I'm gonna distress the birdies as well, just a little bit, and that's it. Such a beautiful piece. And all together with the wall sconces and the basket, I think this is such a beautiful spring decor. And if you go to thrift store, you can find something old and bring it back to life. And I think not that you will save a lot if you go to thrift store, but you're gonna make something unique and very beautiful for your home. Here is another cute idea. I'm using those two wooden round signs from Dollar Tree, and with the ivory paint I'm going over and distressing them and giving them a vintage rustic look to them. Now that I got the look that I like, I'm gonna be adding a hook with a bolt so I can add those candle holders. And we made such a cute, unique wall sconce, and those candle holders as well are from thrift store. Of course, you can find those always for just a couple of dollars, and just to give them a new look, just adding those wood round signs, and it's gonna look super cute. Farmhouse vintage look for your house. And here they are, how both look together. Added some faux candles on them. Such a beautiful piece. I found this vase at thrift store. It was all damaged. I only paid, I think, couple of dollars for it, and now I'm gonna bring it back to life. I'm adding a skyline paint, folk art paint, covering it all first with that. When I cover it all with the sponge, I like the look, but I also wanted to add more details to it. So after I let it dry, I'm gonna be adding all those different shades of colors until I got the look that I like. First I was going with the brush and heavy distressing it with this color, but I didn't like how it looked. So I wanted to bring more detail to this vase. I grabbed a couple of my paints that I got, and with the brush I'm just dabbing all that I have. I'm just going all over, and I got that concrete look on this vase, and it looks so good at the end. I am so happy because first I thought this vase is gonna be just a skyline color, but adding all those different shades of folk art paint, it brings so much high-end look, and I am in love with this vase. So it was a happy accident. And look how beautiful it look. Doesn't even look like it was like a porcelain vase. Adding some greeneries on top, and what a beautiful piece just for a couple of dollars. With this thrifted picnic basket, I had fun. I just distressed it on top to bring that vintage look with the sage folk art paint and just distressing it, going around the basket, inside and out. And also I'm gonna add some wax on it just to protect it and seal it. To decorate, I'm using those styrofoams that I got from my packages that I've been ordering. I cut off a couple of layers to fit inside of this mini suitcase. And after I layer those styrofoams, I'm gonna be adding lots of greeneries and lots of flowers. So I added that lamp ear garland inside for extra details, and now every possible flowers that I had I added inside, and I think it looks so cute, like we went in a forest and we collected a lot of flowers and we put them inside of our picnic basket. I made a 4-loop cute bow. I tie it on the handles, and look how cute and fun this basket look. I really love it, even if it's a lot of flowers inside of it. I think it looks such a cute spring decor. Beside those bunnies, I think it's such a beautiful decorative piece. I'm using this thrifted bamboo basket, covering it with the ivory chalk paint, adding a lot of layer of paint, and I'm also going to be adding on the side that inlay birdie sheets that we used previously for our wall sconces. I just wanted to give you an idea how we can use those inlay transfers and have a different look. After I cut off a piece from this inlay sheet, I'm just going over, same process as I did for my wall sconces, and with the roller I'm going over and make sure the whole inlay is nice and smooth. I did the same thing on the other side of my box. And after a few hours, I'm just removing the inlay sheets, and look how beautiful they look with the ivory background. Such a beautiful piece. Just using a wet towel to remove the sheet on this side. I have also used antique wax around the edges to give that rustic look, and that's it. And look how beautiful it came out. Another thrifted item, this vintage jar with this beautiful cover top. I'm using Cavern Moss terracotta paint. I love those terracotta paints from Plaid. And with the sponge, I'm just covering the whole jar with it. And such a beautiful color. I love it. And that's it for this flip. I didn't do much for it. I love how it looked with this paint. I also added a clear wax to protect it, and I left the lid as it is because it's such a beautiful vintage detail and it matched perfect with this color. And look at this look. Don't you love it? I'm gonna be also using the same covered moss terracotta paint for this vintage frames, Victorian looking frames. After I clean them well, I'm gonna cover the whole frames with that covered moss paint. Now for inside, to make it more cleaner look, I'm adding ivory paint to refresh the inside look as well. And look how beautiful they both look together. To match my other pieces that I made for this set, I'm using this metal box that I found from thrift store for a couple of dollars, and after I removed the bow, I also covered it with this covered moss terracotta paint, the whole details in this box, and I added some greeneries and some faux books inside of it to decorate it, and what a beautiful setup. We're at number 36 DIY. If you're still here, thank you so much for watching. But I made so many beautiful spring and Easter decor, and I wanted to share it all together in one video. I cut off those weaving wreaths in a couple of pieces equal, and now with the lavender folk art paint, I'm gonna cover all those weaving wreaths too. And as you can see, my daughter helped me painting out those weaving wreaths. And now when they're all nice and dry, I'm gonna be adding to one of those glass jars that I had. And from a trash to treasure, we're gonna make such a beautiful Easter decorative piece. And as you can see, I'm just gluing them on the bottom with a hot glue first, and making a nice beautiful lanterns for spring. After I glue them on the bottom, now I'm gonna be gluing them on the top. I really love this lavender look. And as you can see in this video, I cover every possible color for spring. And I really love every single piece that I made. So after I cover it all, I also added one of those weaving wreaths on top to make it sturdy, and around that edges I'm also adding a faux leather line for just the extra embellishment. I'm just gluing it, and I'm gonna be making handles from those faux leathers as well. I have also added 2 push pins on each handle, just like that, and what a beautiful piece. From trash to treasure, we created such a beautiful decorative piece. We can decorate it with the flowers, we can put some candles in it, and also we can fill out this jar with water and lay one of those floating candles. I think it's gonna look so beautiful. I added those floral from Dollar Tree to match the lanterns, and that's it. I'm using another set of wood rounds. I'm using this stencil. I spray it with adhesive spray so my color won't bleed through. And after I spray it, I'm gonna be adding a black paint with a sponge going around this stencil. I got this stencil on clearance from Hobby Lobby. You can find all those stencils from there just for a couple of dollars, and you can create such a beautiful decorative pieces. And look at this beautiful design on these signs. I did the same thing on my second sign as well, and after I remove them, I'm gonna be adding one of those mirror frames from Dollar Tree. I painted out with a lavender metallic paint, also from Faux, from Plaid. I'm just gonna cover them, and I'm gonna be adding those two frames on top of the design stencils that we did. When they're all nice and dry, I'm adding round tags inside, just like that, and I'm gonna cover those as well. I'm gonna be adding those beads from this garland that I got from Hobby Lobby, and I'm gonna create a pistil for our flowers because it's gonna look like a large flower with those beads and give us such a beautiful decorative art piece. I glue them on top of the stencil round sign, and that's it for this DIY, and I think it looks super beautiful and unique art piece. I am making another large spring sign. After I send out the sign, I cover it with a skyline folk art paint. Also, I'm gonna be adding this door that I thrifted, and after I remove the extra pieces that I don't like to use, I'm gonna be painting with a light blue folk art paint. When it's all nice and dry, I'm gonna be creating a door wreath. I'm using this wooden mini egg-shaped cutout, and I'm thinking, should I add the cross or just decoupage it with one of those bunny sheets? And I decided with the bunny to make my sign more vintage, rustic. I sand it out with a sander, and I also dry brush it with a light white paint. And now I'm just adding that sign, mini sign, decoupage the bunny. I also added some greeneries around, and now I glue it in front of my door. Also, for extra embellishment, I'm adding these push pins from Dollar Tree, and I'm just going around the frame of my door. Now, when I got the look that I like for my door, I glue it on the bottom of my sign. Also, I'm adding this blessed wooden cutout I think I got this from Dollar Tree. And on top of that, I added some spring floral with the greeneries, and this sign, it looks so beautiful and high-end and can look perfect for a spring vignette. I staple gun the floral on the back of the sign, and here how it came out. 3 crates from Dollar Tree. I'm painting them with the different colors, 2 light blue and 1 skyline. I'm also gonna create a wagon. I'm adding those wooden cutouts as wheels. I add a skewer in between so we can make the wheel for the crate, and I'm gonna glue them on the bottom of one of my crates. After I glue those wheels, I'm adding a half beads in front of my wheels. I just paint them first, and now I am gluing them on each of the wheel. For the second wheel, I just sand it out so we can get that rustic farmhouse look. I also added a spring Easter cutouts, and I decoupage them in front of my wagons. And to seal them, I also add a Mod Podge, and we have a nice, beautiful, colorful spring decor. For extra embellishment, I'm adding those floral 3D stickers from Dollar Tree on each side of the crate, and those are ready to be decorated. I just layered them one by one, just like that. I added some eggs and some greeneries, and I think it looks super cute for spring and Easter. I'm using these mini foam eggs from Dollar Tree, and I'm using these colorful push pins also for Dollar Tree, and I'm just covering them all. And now I'm just using the different colors for them, and I got a nice beautiful eggs. Also, I'm decoupaging some of them with the napkins and a Mod Podge and covering it all, and we have nice beautiful faux Easter eggs. I am also decoupaging with this Tim Holtz tissue paper and one of those foam bunnies also from Dollar Tree. It's so easy to work on with this decoupage paper sheet, and I'm just adding Mod Podge and covering my whole bunny with it, and we have a nice French looking bunny for Easter. Another Dollar Tree DIY, I'm using this bunny sign from Dollar Tree and this will wreath. I'm adding polka dots with all those beautiful folk art paints, skyline, light blue, lavender, and I'm just using this sponge, round shape sponge, and I'm just adding different shape of polka dots on my bunny. I am also distressing the wheel with a white paint, And now when I let it dry, I'm just creating a bow with this light blue and lavender Dollar Tree ribbon and creating a large bow, tying it with the twine. And we're gonna add this bow on our wheel as well. To make it more colorful, I'm also making a smaller bow that I'm gonna add it in the middle of that large bow that I made. And all those ribbons are from Dollar Tree, and I'm gonna put them together with the twine, and I think it looks so beautiful. I'm adding the bow on top of my wreath and see where I'm gonna add it. Before that, I'm gonna glue the bunny in the middle, and now with the twine I'm adding the bow, and on the back as a tail I'm adding one of those pom-poms, and also I'm making a sign with this arrow, coloring it with a skyline folk art paint and this spring wooden cutouts also from Dollar Tree, previously painted. And now I'm just gonna glue them, and we're gonna make a border lines with one of those markers. I'm using a white metallic marker and it works just perfect, creating line and this extra detail. It brings such a high-end look to my sign. To add this arrow sign to my wheel, I got these metallic hinges and I just add them, and I got those from the garden section from Dollar Tree. And that's it for this door hanger, wreath, or sign, whatever you like to call. I think it looks super beautiful for spring and Easter decor. thrifted trunk that I got for a couple of dollars, and I'm gonna give a brand new look to it after I clean it well and remove all those handles and hinges that they come with it, so I can give a fresh new paint on it. I'm heavy distressing it with this terracotta paint and going over around the edges, around the trunk, everywhere until it's all fully covered, but I am letting that original color peek through. When it's all nice and dry, I'm adding the parts back together, the handles with the bolts and all those extra hinges, and now I'm adding a clear wax to seal it. And this new fresh look, it's just perfect for storage or use it as a decorative piece in your home, and for just a couple of dollars you have a new item for your home. And this is the last DIY for this video. If you're still here, you're a true rock star. Thank you so much. I am using another thrifted vase, and I'm using the same color that I use for my trunk, and I'm just heavy dry brushing it until it's all fully covered. I also added a clear wax and added some florals, and this is such a beautiful centerpiece for spring. I love it. I hope you enjoyed this video. I took some of my favorite creations that I made last year, and I made a lot, and I cover all possible colors, and they can look super beautiful in your home decor. Let me know what do you think, and if you like this mega video, and if you have suggestions for me, I would love to try them. And with this, I cannot wait to show you what I have coming up next, and that will be sometime next week. And until then, my darlings, I'm sending you lots of love, lots of music, positive energy from me to you. Bye bye.